people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a Q&A because I have not done one of these in so freaking long, so I thought I would do one. So yeah, let's just get into the video. By the way, I don't know whether you guys can hear this, but this stool is so, like the stool I'm sitting on right now is so squeaky, it's ridiculous. So if you hear any squeaky, kind of like creaky noises, then I am sorry about that, but there's not much I can do because this is like the only stool that I own that is like, you know, height appropriate. So yeah, I apologise for that. So you guys smashed it with the questions. As always, I put out a video asking you guys for questions, and because I feel like it's been quite a long time, you guys absolutely smashed it. So yeah, this is going to be a long video, so get comfy, get all cozy, get some snacks, maybe go out and get a McDonald's. If you are, make sure to bring me back some chicken nuggets, and let's get into the video. Okay, so the first question comes from Deal with the Seal, love the name, and they ask, what's your favourite movie and what music do you listen to other than Ariana Grande? My favourite movie is The Greatest Showman. I can't explain how much I love that film. It just holds a very special place in my heart, and it's honestly so amazing. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to. Like, it's so, like the hype is definitely worth it, and it means a lot to me. And I know it's a new film, but like it came out at the start of the year and stuff, and it actually like helped me through a lot of things, and it's very like motivating, and it inspires me to like kind of follow my dreams, which is gonna sound so cringe, but it does. And I mean, it has my future husband in it, Zac Efron. We're all gonna get married one day, guys. Just you know, waiting for Zac's confirmation. So yeah, my favourite movie is The Greatest Showman. I can't describe how much I love that film. I watch it like once a week at least. And then I don't really listen to any other music, I'm not gonna lie. I stan Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is just my life. I love her so much. Yeah, she is my life, and yeah, I don't really listen to anyone else, and I don't stan anybody else. I mean, like if the radio is on, like if I'm in somebody's car and they've got the radio on, like there will be a few songs that I already know. I just listen to like pop songs, chart songs, but mainly Ariana Grande. Like if somebody asked me to put some music on, I would just put an Ariana Grande playlist on. Okay, Drew Wadsworth, I think that's how you say it, asked, well, he said, congratulations on 700 subs, Zoe. I saw your Instagram that you like Revolution now. What made you change your mind about the ride? Firstly, thank you. I still can't believe that I hit 700 subscribers. Have I got too much blusher on? No, I think I'm all good. I think it's just the light. Yeah, I mean, my sub count seems to be going down rather than up, so I don't think I'll be at 700 for very long. By the time this video goes out, I'll probably be at like 690 or something, because people just keep unsubscribing, which is understandable because, I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, then you'll know that they are like so bad. Anyway, I do love Revolution now. I'm like obsessed with it. What made you change your mind? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. It wasn't when I went on it the second time round, that's when I like actually liked it. When I went on it, it wasn't as intense, it wasn't as rough. I mean, it wasn't really that rough when I first went on it, but I did find it kind of smoother. I don't remember the restraints being that loose. I know that me and my friend Ash had a conversation about this, and when I went on it like for the first time, like ever, I didn't actually find the restraints that loose, but when I went on it in September, which is when I started to actually like it, I found the restraints like really loose. So yeah, like I don't know, I don't know what made me change my mind. I think because I had more experience with like thrill coasters, I kind of built myself up a bit more. Like I'd ridden Icon, Infusion, Rita, like I'd ridden a lot more coasters than I did when I first went on Revolution, and I feel like I wasn't really like ready to go on it, but I just went on it because I wanted to see what it was like. But then when I went on it in September, I felt like I was a lot more like prepared, I was a lot more ready. I was like so scared because I knew like I didn't like it, but like I went on it and I loved it. So I don't really know what changed. Maybe I just rode it on a good day, maybe I had the right train, like I don't know, but I'm obsessed with it now. So yeah, I don't know, it was just less intense, and yeah, I don't know, I don't know. Chris Tatum, I think that's how you say his second name, asked, how are you single? I've been single since Easter 2015, and I don't know, I've just never had any luck with boys. I feel like I'm not like girlfriend material, like I'm not really like good enough for a girlfriend. A girlfriend, not a girlfriend, a boyfriend. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, if Ariana Grande wants to date a girl, then like I'm gonna jump on that wagon, but I'm not a lesbian, I'm not bi, I'm just straight. But yeah, I just don't have any luck with boys. I'm not girlfriend material. I don't find myself good enough for a boyfriend. And then I usually get people message me asking me to go out with them, even though I've never met them, which I find so like creepy. But there you go, I actually want like a proper boyfriend who I'm gonna like meet in person. We start out as really good friends and then we like gradually build into a relationship. Like I would just love that so much, rather than like 30-year-old men asking me out over the internet even though they don't, I can't speak, even though they've never met me. So yeah, but I mean, I'm not like desperate for a boyfriend, but I can get kind of lonely sometimes just because I don't really have that many friends in Derby, like where I live, so having a boyfriend would be great. But yeah. Dylan 4356 asks, which coaster do you most want to ride that you haven't ridden yet? I would really like to ride Blue Fire at Europa Park, because ever since riding Icon I feel like I would just love Blue Fire. It wasn't like, I haven't always wanted to ride Blue Fire, I've always found it a bit kind of like intimidating and stuff, but now I've ridden Icon and like I know that I love it. I feel like if I ever did go to Europa Park one day and I did ride Blue Fire, then yeah, I would love it. And it's always been a coaster that like intrigues me, and I've always been like interested in it, but I've never really been that desperate to ride it until now. So yeah, I really want to ride Blue Fire. Also kind of want to ride Woden at Europa Park as well, just because I have a piece of wood which I got in like a mystery box, but I haven't ridden it, which just doesn't make any sense to me. So I really want to ride that coaster. What else? I kind of want to ride Wicker Man at Alton Towers, just because that is so hyped up. I kind of want to see what all the hype is about, so I'd like to ride that. I'd also like to ride Galactica at Alton Towers, because I haven't ridden that yet and I really wanted to ride it last time I went, but it was closed. I was so annoyed because that was like the main ride that I actually wanted to go on, but it was closed, which is so annoying. Yeah, there's quite a few coasters that I haven't ridden yet that I really want to ride. There's, what's that one in Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach? I think it's just called Roller Coaster. That's like just a wooden coaster. I really want to go on that. Yeah, I mean, there's like 50 million roller coasters in the world, so it's kind of hard to like narrow them down. I also kind of want to ride Shambhala as well, just because that is so ridiculously hyped up. I'm kind of sick of hearing Shambhala, but I mean, I do kind of want to ride it just to see what the hype is about. So yeah, but like I said, there's loads of like roller coasters and rides all across the world that I would love to ride, but I think my main one would probably be Blue Fire at Europa Park. So the next question comes from Train Lover 16, and they ask, what do you think will replace G-Force at Drayton Manor? I actually have no idea. I feel like this is such a bad move from Drayton Manor for them to remove G-Force. I feel like they need like a big kind of area to replace it, not just like one ride. They need either like another family area. They kind of need to decide which route they're going down. Are they going to go down the family route? Are they going to go down the thrill route? Like, they kind of need to make up their minds. I feel like they're very focused on Thomas Land and Thomas Land only. Which obviously is great for like the children, and like the Thomas Land expansion they did a few years ago is so great, but they need more for teenagers and like theme park enthusiasts. They need more like thrilling coasters, like flat rides. Great, brilliant, awesome, like they have a few. They just need more roller coasters. Like, they've got a Shockwave, Accelerator, they've got the Buffalo, which the Buffalo is just awful, so why would you even count that in the first place? I don't know, they just need to plan something like big, otherwise I feel like they're gonna go like really downhill. I mean, I kind of would like to see them get taken over, but whether that's gonna happen sooner or later, I don't know, but I would like to see them like get taken over and then see what they do with the park. But I mean, I feel like a big ride, like a really big decent ride, needs to replace it, or they just need to put in a new area, because if not I feel like they're just going to go very downhill. Coaster Central asks, if you could visit any theme park in the world, what would it be and why? I would visit Europa Park. It is literally my dream park. I have always wanted to go to Europa Park, and yeah, just ever since I became an enthusiast, ever since I saw videos of Europa Park, everyone always hypes it up on the internet. Like, I want to go so bad. I really want to ride Bluefire, Woden, I just want to experience like the whole park in general. Like, it looks insane, and I feel like it is very kind of out of my comfort zone. I feel like I am more of like an amusement park type of girl, just because I prefer parks like Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Fantasy Island, Adventure Island. They're all like amusement parks rather than like theme parks. I mean, it is so big, like Europa Park seems massive, but I've just, ever since I became an enthusiast, that is one park I've always wanted to visit, and it would literally be a dream come true if I ever did visit Europa Park. Definitely not going to happen anytime soon, but hopefully in a few years I will get to go. It is just, yeah, it just looks amazing, and like the parades, and it kind of reminds me of like Disneyland, but they have more roller coasters. I'm not like desperate to go to Disneyland, just because I prefer roller coasters than flat rides. I feel like I'd get very bored at Disneyland, just because they don't really have that many coasters, whereas Europa Park, they have like coasters, flat rides, kids rides, family rides. They just have like everything, and I feel like I would just love it. So yeah, and again, very out of my comfort zone, but I feel like it would be a great achievement for me if I ever did go, because I'm scared to go on a plane, so obviously that'll be a big achievement. I'm scared to go abroad, I'm scared to leave home for so long, I'm scared to be in like a big place, I'm scared to be out of like Britain and like out of my home. So yeah, obviously it would be a very scary experience for me, but I feel like once I got past that, and once I like get there and like get settled into it and stuff, I would actually really enjoy it. So yeah, I mean, definitely not going to happen anytime soon, but we will have to see what happens in the future. Emily Jane Kinder, or Kinder, I think it's Kinder, asks, what do you think of the Alton Towers dungeons, and how do you feel about G-Force at Drayton Manor, and what should replace it? So what do you think of the Alton Towers dungeons? I think it's a really good move from them. I mean, it could either flop or it could be a great success. We just have to see how it goes. I don't know, I mean, I'm not really a dungeons fan, they don't really seem like my thing. It's very like history and educational. No, definitely not for me. But yeah, I mean, I think it is a good move. I don't know where they're going to put it, I don't know where it will fit. I feel like Alton Towers is a very kind of dark themed theme park, which is maybe why it's not kind of like, you know, maybe why I prefer places like Pleasure Beach and Fantasy Island, because they're very like bright and uplifting, whereas I feel like Alton Towers is very like dark and just dark. And then I talked about what should replace G-Force a few minutes ago actually, so yeah. The next question is from the Small Funny Guy 1, and he asks, what is 3 of your most favourite rides in the UK and 3 of your least favourite rides in the UK? So my 3 most favourite rides are Icon and Big One. They're like joint. This is number 1. These 2, number 1. Because Icon and Big One are joint number 1. I can't bring myself to replace the Big One, so, you know, but Icon is just way too good not to be at number 1, so Icon and Big One are at number 1. Number 2, I'd probably say Millennium at Fantasy Island. I love Millennium so much, it's ridiculously smooth, like I love it. And then number 3, I would probably say, I actually don't know, like I kind of don't know what like my top 5 are at the moment. It kind of changes every week. Number 3, I would either say Infusion or Rage, maybe. Either Infusion, Rage or Revolution. One of them. And then least favourite, Rita. I just don't like Rita. I find it way too rough, it was way too fast. I feel like I do kind of need to give it another go, just because I did that with Revolution. I rode it once, hated it, went on it again, loved it. So I feel like I kind of need to do the same with Rita, because I've only ridden it once. But for now, you know, in October 2018, least favourite ride is Rita. Second would probably be, this is just like rides in general, Avatar Airbender. Like any rides like that, I hate them so much. I just hate the feeling, I hate the motion, I don't find it comfortable, I feel sick, like, and I've ridden this ride like 2 times, so it is like confirmed that I don't like it. So yeah, I hate just any ride like that, not just like Avatar Airbender. I just, if there's any one of them at any UK theme parks, not for me, hate them. And then thirdly, I don't know, I don't really have rides that I don't like. Third one, I would probably say the Buffalo at Drayton Manor. I just hate how slow it is, and I never hear anyone like talk about it, but it's just so bad. Like, it's just so slow and it always has problems, and I just, oh no, it's not a very enjoyable ride. So yeah, God, that was hard. I had to think like for so long then what my least favourite rides were going to be. Ian Mears asks, what's your favourite new item of merchandise and what has surprised you most this year in the theme park world? Okay, my favourite new item of merchandise, I don't know. I haven't bought any like proper merchandise in like ages. Okay, so my favourite new item of merchandise would probably be this. This is a Revolution t-shirt. I bought this last time I went to Blackpool, which was in September. And yeah, I just love this t-shirt. I bought it and then I tried it on and I was like, oh, this isn't as comfy as I thought it was going to be. But then throughout the day it gradually got comfier. Now it's been washed a few times, like it's great, it fits perfectly. I feel like this colour just really suits me. Like grey just goes so well like with my skin tone. Like, I don't know, I feel like grey just suits me so much. But yeah, it makes me look slim, which I love. And yeah, I just love the fact that I'm repping Revolution now, that I don't hate it. And then on the sleeve, it's got the Pleasure Beach logo and then Revolution on it. Like that. It's not gonna focus, but you get the idea. The other sleeve is just plain black. And then the back is just plain. So yeah, I love this. It's super comfy, fits me perfectly, and it suits me so well. So, and this is like, I've had this just under a month. So yeah, like it a lot. It's nice. I can't remember how much this was. I think it was like £15, I want to say. Okay, and what has surprised you most this year in the theme park world? It surprised me how toxic people have been. I don't want to like go into it, but like at the opening weekend of Pleasure Beach, I was very surprised at how certain people treated other people and how they treated me as well. And just all the, you know, tea that was spilt on that weekend, that surprised me a lot. Drayton Manor's decision about G-Force kind of surprised me. Like, I did not see that coming at all. Apart from that, nothing really. It's just been a nice, normal theme park season. What has surprised me though is the fact there hasn't been any like major theme park incidents in the UK. I feel like every single year we've had some sort of like very serious incident, but this year we haven't so far. I mean, there's still like a week to go for the theme park season, but so far we haven't had any, which is so nice, because like in 2015 we had the Smiler crash, 2016 was the M&D's crash at M&D's, 2017 was the Drayton Manor incident. 2018 we haven't had anything like serious. There's been like little minor ones, nothing like serious. So that has actually surprised me. I mean, in a good way. Obviously I don't want accidents to happen at all, because obviously it kind of, you know, it's not good for the industry, but yeah, that surprised me. But like in a good way. Obviously we don't want any accidents to happen. Alex Stevenson asks what could be Blackpool's I've read it wrong. What could Blackpool's next coaster be, and where in the park? I would like to see them build a junior coaster, like a little kiddies coaster, kind of like another Blue Flyer, but a bit maybe steel and a different layout. Just because like I feel like they're really lacking in like junior coasters. Like the only junior coasters they've got are Nickelodeon Streak and Blue Flyer, and I mean Nickelodeon Streak isn't even like a junior coaster, it's more of a family coaster. So yeah, I would really like to see them put in another like kids coaster. I think it would fit in really well where Burger King is, because there seems to be like a lot of space around there, around like the Burger King Skyforce kind of area. And I mean it would only have to be like a small coaster, so it wouldn't take up that much space anyway, so I'd really like to see them do that. I would like to see them replace Wild Mouse with something, because I feel like Wild Mouse was so classic and like just a very like historic ride. So I feel like they need to put something impressive in its place, otherwise I feel like what was the point in knocking down Wild Mouse. So yeah, they need something like big, I think, to put there, but obviously Icon only opened this year, it's not even been open a year yet. So yeah, I don't see them doing anything big kind of next year. Maybe they might announce, can't speak, maybe they might announce something next year, but building wise I don't think anything like major will happen until like 2020. So yeah, but I don't know, I'd also kind of like to see a penguin enclosure go somewhere. I don't know where, but I would love to see a penguin enclosure go somewhere, because I just love penguins, they are great. Sam Howard, which is one of my favourite people ever, like one of my best friends, he asked favourite, oh you've spelled favourite wrong, favourite water rides in the UK. My favourite are any like dinghy slides, like I love them. Log flumes, just your classic water rides really. I love water rides. The only water ride I don't really like is things like Valhalla, because I just don't fancy getting that drenched. So yeah, but I mean, apart from that, like any water ride that doesn't get you like drenched, I mean, I don't mind getting like a little bit wet, but soaked through, no thank you. So yeah, just like log flumes, rapids, dinghy slides. Dinghy slides are my fave, love them so much. Yeah, I feel like the UK kind of lacks in water rides. We haven't really like, we've got like kind of basic ones, we haven't got anything like Europa Park has. I don't know what that ride is called, but they have a ride where it's like a water chute kind of thing, and that looks like so much fun. I would love to see one of them come to the UK. But yeah, my favourite will probably be the dinghy slides because I just love them so much. 80JC asks, what do you think will replace G-Force, and do you think it's 2019 or 2020? Again, I've already said what could replace G-Force. That question is so popular. I think they will, I'm kind of hoping that they do something in 2019, just because if not, I feel like they're just going to go downhill so much. Even if they just put in another like flat ride, like I feel like it would just be great for them. But I mean, realistically, it probably won't happen until 2020, just because you know, obviously it takes like a lot of planning and it takes like years to build like a big coaster. So yeah, I'm hoping for 2019, but I think it will be 2020, unfortunately. Danny Jackson asks, favourite ride and theme and bleh, oh my god, I can't speak. Favourite ride and favourite theme park soundtrack. Favourite ride, Icon and Big One, joint, love them. And then favourite theme park soundtrack. Ooh, I don't really listen to theme park music that much. Icon is probably my favourite. I love the Icon soundtrack. I feel like it's so just amazing. So yeah, I love the Icon soundtrack. I love like the Disney, I can't remember what it's called, I think it's like Paint the Night, I think, and the Paint the Night Parade soundtrack. I love that so much. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, firework just went off. I don't know, I don't really listen to theme park music that much. I'm too busy listening to Ariana Grande and The Greatest Showman. Actually, I listen to The Greatest Showman songs as well. But yeah, my favourite would probably have to be Icon because it is just great. Avalanche Attractions UK asks, what do you see the UK theme park industry being like in 20 years? Can you see more world-class rides, more parks, or less parks? That is a good question. Okay, 20 years, god. That's actually like mental. 20 years, Jesus. Okay, I actually have no idea. Like, that's very, very, very far into the future. 5 years, I could probably like predict. 20, like, holy shit, that is like, seems so far away. I can see there being more parks in the UK. I feel like Drayton Manor might have closed down. Really sad, I know, but I feel like they might have closed down. I feel like another theme park might have opened. I don't really know how or why or where, but I feel like another theme park would have opened. Blackpool Pleasure Beach would have a lot more rides. I feel like they would have, obviously they would have replaced Wild Mouse by then, hopefully. They would have got rid of some rides, added some new rides. Can you see more world-class rides? I definitely can, especially after Icon and Wicker Man, because they are so like modern and so kind of like, I don't know, they're just very like modern and very like now. So I can see there definitely being more rides like Icon and Wicker Man, more just modernised rides and more like bigger, kind of more thrilling rides. I don't think, I mean, I kind of hope there won't be less parks. I don't think there will, but I mean, you never know. I don't think there will be, but yeah, I feel like there will be more parks, more rides, more world-class rides, like Icon. I mean, not the same as Icon, but like, you know, on that level, or it might go up a level, I don't know, but I think I'd find Icon pretty hard to beat, so we'll have to see what happens. The next question is from Louis Esky, I think that's how you say it, and he asks, how do you control anxiety? I control anxiety by just kind of taking a breather. I know it might sound like so obvious, but I feel like that's like the only way. Like, it is kind of easy to forget like what you're doing in the moment when you have an anxiety moment. I'm very lucky I don't suffer with like panic attacks or anxiety attacks or whatever. I'm very lucky in that sense, but I do have certain things that like trigger my anxiety, like leaving home for too long, going abroad, other like personal things that are more, you know, obviously like personal to me. So yeah, every time I do feel anxious, I just kind of have to take a breather. I just like look out my window, just take a deep breath, try and think positive thoughts. I know that is so difficult, but you just kind of need to try and get out of that. Okay, my battery just died. But yeah, you kind of need to get out of that like anxiety mindset, I guess. It's so hard, and anxiety will be different for everyone. Like everyone, I feel like everyone has anxiety, we just all have different things that trigger it. So yeah, it kind of depends what triggers your anxiety, how bad is it. If it's like really severe, then talk to somebody, even if it is just like your mum, your dad, a family member, a friend, somebody completely random. Like, just talk to somebody, because honestly you have like no idea how much talking can actually help. Yeah, just try and put on something that relaxes you. I kind of like to like take a bath, put on a film, usually put on like The Greatest Showman, just because that just inspires me so much. Listen to your favourite music, like just try and relax, and try and take your mind off it. I know it's so hard, it's way easier said than done, but try and take your mind off it, and yeah, just think about things you've got to look forward to. So like if you have a holiday coming up, just think about how much fun you're going to have then. If you have a theme park trip coming up, think about how you're going to get to ride like your favourite ride or something. I don't know, I feel like it differs for everybody. So yeah, it depends kind of what triggers it and like how bad it is. If it's like severe, get a therapist or like get counselling. Just like do something about it, don't leave it, because otherwise it will just get worse and worse and worse, and then it will like build up, and then one day you'll just have like a massive breakdown. So yeah, I feel like talking is just the best method. I know that everybody says it, but honestly it's true. Like, it helps so much just to like let it all out. The next question is from Dylan Fox, I want to say. I kind of cropped his name out by mistake, but I think it's from Dylan. And he asks, would you ever go back to Towers? I would. I do want to go back, just so I can ride Galactica and Wicker Man and 13 again, because I love 13. And I kind of want to go back to ride Rita as well, just to give it another go. I mean, I feel like I'm not going to like it, but I mean, I said that with Revolution and I'm obsessed with it, so I kind of want to give Rita another go. Maybe sit in a different seat. I was kind of sat near the back when I rode it, so maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I need to sit like at the front maybe. So yeah, but like I do want to go back to Towers. It's just like affording it, and yeah, finding people to go with me. But yeah, I would go back, just maybe next year. Maybe next year is going to be the year that I go back. I kind of do want to go back next year, but yeah, I would definitely go back. Okay, so I also cropped this name out as well. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back to this message and I'll put the name here, because I've completely forgotten. I'm so sorry. But they ask, okay, it's quite a long question, this one. On my channel I have top 5 vids, chat vids, random vids, but I don't know how many ideas oh, I don't have many ideas for videos. Bearing in mind I'm 12, so I haven't been to many theme parks, so I don't have too many credits. What videos should I do to boost my views? Wow. I don't know, like, I just think you should do videos that you genuinely enjoy. Like, I just love doing these videos because I just love sitting here and talking absolute nonsense about theme parks, because like, that is my passion and it's something that I genuinely love so much. So yeah, I don't know, I mean, video ideas, when you're like doing it about a certain thing like theme parks, it's really hard to come up with ideas that somebody else hasn't already done. But whereas if you're like a beauty kind of YouTuber, there's always like new products coming out, there's always these like challenge videos you can do, there's always something you can do. Whereas with theme parks, like, it is really hard, and I feel like people don't like appreciate that much. People don't appreciate the fact that it is so hard, especially kind of now in YouTube, when everybody else has already like grown and has thought of better ideas than you and can afford to go to more theme parks, and they get to do more vlogs. I feel like vlogs would just definitely boost your views and grow your channel. I definitely, like, my vlogs definitely get the most views on this channel. Alton Tal's vlog has almost 10,000 views, which is crazy. Yeah, just vlogs, maybe advice videos. People are always looking for advice, and I feel like if I ever need a piece of advice, YouTube is like the first place that I go to. So yeah, maybe like advice videos. I mean, like, you are 12, so it is kind of difficult. But I mean, if you're like, oh sorry, I've got an itchy eye. If you feel like you're like mature enough to do this, then just do videos from the heart. Do like favourite ride videos. If you have a favourite ride, why is it your favourite ride? Talk about it. Do ride reviews, do gaming videos. Just do what you are genuinely passionate about. I hate YouTubers that just fake everything. Like, if you met me in person, you would probably think, wow, okay, like, she is how she is on camera. Like, she isn't fake, she isn't like faking everything like just for the camera. Like, I am a very genuine YouTuber. I mean, I hate calling myself a YouTuber because I'm not like, you know, an official YouTuber. I just love making YouTube videos. But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest, because I mean, my views aren't great right now, and I feel like my channel is like so dead. It's definitely dead, so RIP. But yeah, I feel like I'm the worst person to answer this question, just because, I mean, my videos don't get the views that they used to, and I feel like my channel has just stopped growing completely, so yeah, that's fun. Okay, and the final question comes from Coaster Course, and he asks, would you rather Icon or the big one close? I would rather none of them close. I feel like they are both such classic rides and I love them both equally. The big one is just so classic. I love how high it is, I love how fast it goes. I love everything about the big one, and I hate how like underrated and how slagged off it is. I feel like because one person has said they don't like the big one, everyone has kind of like followed onto that trend. But I feel like if you like the big one, just say that you like it. Like, there isn't a problem with that. So yeah, if anyone's going to give the big one any love, it's going to be me. And then Icon, obviously, I mean, you can't really compare the big one and Icon. They are completely different. But Icon, like, double launch coaster, mega coaster, it is just on a whole different level to any other coaster in the UK, in my opinion. I just love the speed, I love how smooth it is, I love the inversions, like, I just love everything about it. So yeah, I wouldn't want any of them to close. That is an impossible question for me to answer. So that is all the questions that I received for my Q&A. Thank you so much for all of your questions. I appreciate it so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Check out all the links in the description box, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye guys, love you.